we're talking about Rinsler a lot. I don't know if you've seen, he's having health issues right now.
Yeah, I did see that.
And so he's encouraging people to pull and buy his latest fiction book, All Up, because I think he gets the most proceeds from that, which is a very good. I have that too. It's all about the space race, but I feel like we're talking about him so much, I might as well say,
of course,
if you have been influenced by him in any way, as even to a 10% as much as I have, like definitely try to buy his book and do that, because he has done him. It's like him and Phil Shostak are like neck and neck of like how archiving what we all are now, like what we're talking about today, we wouldn't know half of this stuff without all of that. And
oh no,
Lucas has always been so good about it. So
totally. And I don't know, you and I actually, and I don't know how, I will never forgive this. Whenever he did that live stream, you and I were going back and forth with each other that day because of the fact that like he might say things that, you know, that normally wouldn't be said, because he was on the set for The Force Awakens, and then all of a sudden, mysteriously, it's like, don't put that book out. Don't do this with whatever, all the interviews he had gotten. And like, I'm still to this day, I'm really eager to find out what happened to those things and what's going to come of those interviews, because nothing's better than really good dirt. And one thing I will say is the prequels were not shy of criticism, which is true,
right, but
also problematic, productions, which is fine. Yep. Everything is a problematic production. And I think that's the last bit of Star Wars, like, I guess you would say dirt we're going to get under this Disney umbrella, only because, it's just, they want to make sure everything, the image is always perfectly clean. Right. But right. I mean, as of recent stuff, all the directors getting changed with Solo and with, even with Trevorrow and all the different creative things, Josh Trank's Boba Fett film, like, it's okay to have dirt. And I'm waiting for the day that they will succumb to that reality. Right. Because
I was actually talking to Alden Diaz about this relatively recently, because it's all these things you're saying, right? It's the Lord and Miller Solo cut. It's the Harrison Ford hurting himself on The Force Awakens, and they have to do script rewrites. It's, whatever happened with Tross and with Colin Trevorrow, and then also like during production, like what things changed. And all these things, you and I are able to talk about it almost like a language, because we know them, though, is the thing. Like,
yes,
we know them.
We're hyper aware.
And I don't know if they'll ever say it. Like, maybe we get a sequel archives book in 20 years, and you and I are going to be like, yeah, it's like, I can't believe we finally got this story. But we know, like, I don't know, we know the story. It's fun having that secret language between us, And almost I'm at a point, like, we're getting all these things right now with Lucas being re-interviewed for that archives book. Sure. And then every clickbait article for every whatever BS website is like, well, here's what Lucas was planning on doing for his sequel trilogy. Yep. And I'm like, we knew this. Yes. We knew this 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And it feels less special because it's kind of been like content mined. And so for a second, I kind of like just having it, I just like, I like kind of all of us knowing it and joking about it.
But it's very much to the insane fans, right. like I couldn't talk about this with anyone, right? There's maybe 3 people I know that would know exactly what I'm talking about. You're one of them. And it's funny because if you read and take in everything, right, you see the dots and you connect the dots. It's very conspiracy theorist, but it's all there. And maybe one day we'll get a chance to explore like the prequel aspect of it again, with like, the pod racing stuff. Oh, there was problems with, Christopher Lee can only be on set for 1 hour of one day, that stuff's great. That's good deets. But